Hey folks, it's Friday, April 17th, and still under house arrest. I want to apologize in advance. I was planning on doing a live stream tonight. I've been doing some live streams with Irving Twin for a while, and I was planning on doing one of my own using OBS Studio, but I'm a Luddite. And even though he showed me how to use the thing yesterday, when I was doing a test earlier, I can't seem to get the game that I want to play while I'm playing it to record on OBS. I don't know what the hell I'm doing wrong. I'm a boomer, I guess. I don't know. I mean, I'm technically Gen X, but sometimes my level of understanding of technology is akin to that of a boomer. So unfortunately, I won't be able to do the live stream tonight. I was planning on doing it around 9. Gives me a couple hours to do it if I do decide to do one. But I don't know that's going to happen. I've become very frustrated. This is my biggest problem. If I can't figure something out right away, I get frustrated and I'm like, fuck this shit. Same thing goes for video games. Unless I can pick it up right away, and unless I can, move through the challenges with, I want it to be a challenge, but I don't want it to be, frustratingly difficult. I give it up. If I can't beat a boss, I'll try to beat a boss like 3 times. I say, fuck this game, and I'll stop playing. It's just the way I am. I don't know. I don't know what it comes from. It's a flaw. It's a personality flaw. So sadly, I will not be doing a live stream tonight unless Irving decides to host one, in which case I'll hop on his and he can mock me mercilessly about how useless I am at using OBS. It should be simple. I've watched like a half a dozen videos and I think I'm doing everything right, but obviously I'm not, because I cannot seem to get my full screen game to display in the file when I try to record it or when I try to stream it. If I go and look at the source, it shows up. It's in OBS Studio, but it's not meshing everything else together. All that's showing up is my damn camera. Anyway, maybe I have to be putting them at certain levels or something. I have no idea. Like, does one thing have to be on top of the other? I don't know. See, I mean, this video is a perfect example. It looks like I'm driving in England because my camera flipped. So now I'm driving on the opposite side of the road. It's a load of horse shit. And that's only because I did a phone reset because my phone wasn't charging properly. It's, I tell you, man, I wish I could go back to the days of like Nokia flip phones, like really simple shit that doesn't have all this integrated functionality. It's frustrating as all hell, I tell you. And laugh at me, make fun of me all you want. I don't care. But I guess I should put something in this video that's of value to my viewers. Maybe I should talk about a couple of things that I've seen lately on social media. I don't know if you've seen this or not. It's kind of old news now because it was a few days ago. But apparently a couple of gynecologists in Florida, you see this? Like, they climbed up a ladder with their 2 kids in tow. They got like a 5-year-old and like a 2-year-old, 3-year-old. They're on some dude's property, some elderly guy's property. And they climb up on a ladder and they steal his Trump Keep America Great 2020 flag. And then they're all giddy with themselves about it. Well, the 2 dipshits it was figured out who they were, and they were arrested. The whole time, this little kid, this little 5-year-old is going, don't do it, you're gonna go to jail. What does that say about the Trump deranged, people afflicted with Trump derangement syndrome? What does it say about them when their 5-year-old kid is has more wisdom than they do when it comes to the actions they're going to take? I get it. You don't like the guy. It doesn't give you carte blanche to steal property, but I mean, this is in line with a lot of people on the left. You see it on social media saying that people who shoplift you shouldn't call the cops on them, and if you call the cops on them, you're the villain. Unbelievable. But I don't know what this sense of entitlement is. I don't know where it comes from. I guess you got the two worldviews, right? The people who feel that they're owed shit just by virtue of existing, and the people who feel that, they owe it to themselves to try and make their own lives easier. And don't want people to give them handouts or be given things. I think that's what it comes down to. You're either willing to be responsible for yourself, or you want someone else to take responsibility for you. And it comes down to a left-right argument. The left would believe that government is a net good, the state is a positive thing, and ceding more power and more control over one's life to the state is not a bad idea. And the right thinks, no, government power needs to be kept in check, and I'd much rather be left to my own devices, thank you very much, and have freedom to make my own choices, and have the government play a very minimal role. These are the two competing worldviews right now. It's the difference between libertarianism and authoritarianism. It's the difference between conservatism and liberalism. It's the difference between globalists and nationalists. Globalists being, we want a giant, remote government structure that controls everyone's behavior. And nationalists saying, no, let nation states decide for themselves. It's kind of funny with this whole virus going on. Nationalism seems to be the way to go. You've got people in the European Union, they want to close their borders to other members of the European Union to stop spread the virus. And while they're inside their borders, they're enacting some of the most authoritarian diktats, enough to make you want to lose your mind. Case in point, I have a colleague who's Romanian, and I guess she has family in Romania, and she's saying in Romania, it's basically mandatory. You can't go outside without, you'll get in trouble if you go outside without basically having authorization to do so. And I think they're fining people if they don't have masks on. I mean, Romania doesn't have that many cases. It's a tiny little country. It's not a very densely populated area. I mean, I guess they got their big cities like anybody else, but it's strange to see that people are so willing to give up their freedom all for the sake of being safe. And I mean, I guess it shouldn't be surprising. The wife and I have been watching the Marvel Cinematic Universe movies while we've been on lockdown. And the other day we watched Captain America Winter Soldier. And when I was watching Arnim Zola, in the scene where Black Widow and Captain America, they go down into the bunker and they discover Arnim Zola's brain on like 275,000 feet of magnetic tape, and he tells them how Hydra infiltrated SHIELD and basically said we needed to get people to the point where they would willingly give up their freedom. And it made me think of right now when people argue with me about how it's okay, and not only okay, but it's good and laudable that people are being restricted to stay inside their homes. And people are, this is the thing that boggles my mind. Smart people, good people who, I get along with are saying people are too stupid to make the right decisions for themselves. So that's why they need to be put in lockdown. And I'm like, dude, you're people. Are you saying you're stupid? And what makes you think that people who are in power, the bureaucrats in government, aren't just as stupid as you? Anyway, I feel sometimes like I'm talking to a brick wall. I'm out getting fish and chips tonight because it seems to be the sort of the routine now. Every Friday or Saturday, we go out and get takeout. Anyway, so I'm here. I gotta pick it up. It's gonna get cold. But it's just, I'm getting tired of this lockdown, and people are saying, well, it's quarantine. Well, I made a point on Facebook. I'm like, look, you don't quarantine healthy people. Quarantine is for sick people. Telling people they got to stay indoors, or only roam around their neighborhood, or only go to specific stores or patronize different stores is house arrest. It's basically authoritarianism run amok. But anyway, actually that's the fish and chip place calling me now. I'm going to end this video and then I'm going to pop inside there and pick up our food. You guys have a great weekend. Sorry there's no live stream tonight, but maybe soon. Maybe I'll figure it out soon. And I'll talk to y'all soon. Have a great weekend. Stay safe out there. Wash your hands.